Hi, Martim de Botton. You are the CEO and co-founder of Lax in Portugal with 5 locations. All the 5 are pretty big with a total of 30,000 square meter. One of the biggest local players in the flex co-working industry in Portugal.
Thank you so much for the invitation, first of all. Yes, Lax, as you mentioned, one of the biggest here in Portugal. We have more than 300 clients, more than 4,000 members working along the buildings. We have been in the market for 8 years now, and it's quite funny how the market has been evolving for the last 8 years. So yeah, it's been a great ride so far.
Excellent. We wanted to speak today about the ESG concept. For many people know, ESG is for environment, social, and governance. Basically, what you say is that the concept is that. Why do you think so? Or what would you say that we might consider that is a concept that is made this time?
I think it's right now it's connected to the machines, and probably the waves are getting lower and lower. I think, as I mentioned to you, I think it's a bit controversial, this topic here. But 2 or 3 years ago, this was really the topic to address, and all the real estate consultants that were telling us, look, you need to address this topic very seriously. And we were starting to speak with some consultants, also trying to see how could we adapt the buildings that we have. After these years, and right now in June 2026, it's still something that we address, still something that we look. It's not something that it's so important as it was announced to be. I think it's really nice to have in the buildings, and especially that's related to environment. All the solar panels, all the recycle bins and whatsoever, that's still important. But I don't think that companies, and mainly I'm going to speak about our customers, that's not a very important issue for them. In Porto, for instance, the owner of the building, they decided to do a certificate. So we have a BREEAM certificate in the building. And when we were negotiating the contract, we thought, okay, because this was 3 years ago, and we thought, okay, this is very good for us. Commercially wise, it's going to be very good because we probably can level ourselves in terms of price range a bit higher than our competitors. The demand is going to be much higher because when a company is between 2 places, one that's BREEAM certificate, the other one is not, probably they will go for us. But what we see, it's in the end of the day, price is still king, and companies, what they want is to pay the lowest possible. So I think that's price is still one thing that's really important. I wouldn't say ESG is important as it was announced some years ago.
So basically, that, as you mentioned, you're in the BREEAM certified building. So it's not that you're not providing with everything. But what you were saying basically is that, no, it's a common sense. Any company needs to address those things, and you want to differentiate yourself. Is it right?
Yes, I don't think that the market demands for the flex appraiser or co-working spaces to have ESG policy super aligned and on the website. I don't think that's something that they are looking for. I think it's important for us to have some topics that address the ESG theme. I think that what the market reacts more, it's super good to have the building in Porto, the BREEAM certificate in Porto, it's super good. But in the other 4 buildings, we don't have it. And we don't think that's an issue for companies not to join those buildings because it's not a certificate. So what we see at the end of the day is that it's nice to have, but it's not something that's going to define a decision from a company.
Yeah, you were giving the example of a 100 people company that came to you, and none of those leads come to you and say, okay, it's a great opportunity for us just joining Lax to be able to put in our annual report page about ESG because our employees are hosted in this company that is growing organic vegetables in the garden, which is sometimes the kind of cliche we see.
As I said, that's super nice. It's a very good selling point. But what we are negotiating at the end of the day with that company that wants to come to Lax, it's price. I think the ESG right now, it's a good selling point, as are the others. I wouldn't say it's dead. That would be more than controversial. But I would say it's not so important as it was announced that it was going to be.
It's become a commodity. It's like you have to provide the proper Wi-Fi, proper electricity, and the toilets have to be clean, and you have to be ESG compliant. The battle was won for these principles of environmental friendly facilities or things that you take care of the people.
I think new buildings are getting better and better. And the construction companies, they already seek for some measures of the ESG. It's common sense right now. You build a new building and you know you are going to build and to put solar panels.
Could you consider that the same would happen with all those other certificates like B Corp? We see a lot of co-working operators signing up and ticking the boxes based on the requirements those certificate providers are putting in place. Do you see also leads that could come to you and would say, okay, I want only to deal with an operator that is B Corp certified?
At the time that we are speaking, we never had a company that came to us or to Porto, because it's a very good example that we have. It's a really nice to have. It's a good selling point, but as are the others. I can only speak about Portugal because it's the market that I know, especially living in Porto. I think it's good to have those certificates, but it's not something that the company seeks for. At the end of the day, it's the client that's going to pay for it. So if the client is not willing to pay for that, then I don't think that we need all those certificates.
So you will be in Paris at the Coworking Europe conference. You will be a speaker as well. What can we say about LAC's next project and ambitions?
The ambitions is still from the 5 billion that we have right now. It's always keep on getting better with the service and with our clients. I think we have a very good retention rate for more than 87%. So I think that's really good in terms of the way we operate. So I think that's good. And also in terms of future, we want to continue on growing here in Portugal, and who sees sometimes abroad from Portugal too. We still believe in the market in Portugal. We still see the market growing. Also the sector growing a lot. It's growing year on year. So we are for sure in the right market.
Excellent. Great. Thank you so much, Martin.
Thank you.
We see you in Paris. And
yes, for sure. Thank you, Jean-Yves.
Bye-bye.